What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? It's your boy, Big Low Country. First of all, I hope everybody's out there doing great. I hope everybody's enjoying their own personal 2023. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and we definitely and greatly appreciate that. Now, first of all, if you're watching the show after we've gone live already, make sure that you do a country boy a favor. Put a what in the world, Bo, in the chat. I would definitely and greatly appreciate it. Also, if this is your first time watching, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We get together like this all the time and chop it up. Also, make sure that you share this channel with your friends and family. So moving forward, I got to show love to everybody who's showing love to me. Y'all know how we do it, man. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. Deshaun says, cause all we do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air and make them stay there. Definitely, man. Get some. Mergod's in here says, um, no, it did not. We shall have close to $100 million in cap space, um which shall all fix all of our needs. Then we draft the best player available on defense, meaning best defensive tackle, edge, or cornerback. Okay, okay. I like that. I like that. What the question that Mergod is answering is actually the question that we have um on the channel tonight. Did this win hurt or help the Atlanta Falcons? That's the question. And we're gonna sit down and talk about it. Um, you know, I was at the stadium today. It was a mixed reaction after the game. You know, mixed reaction. It's one of those cases. Buccaneers, they went ahead and sealed the playoffs. They sealed the division. Saints ain't in the playoffs. As a matter of fact, speaking of Saints, I got to go ahead and do this for everybody who watched the show that I did with my big brother Big Q from New Orleans Saints, Pro Sports Media Network, Great Saint Think Tank. We made a bet, right? And basically the bet was if the Saints were to win, I would wear his famous score tee of excuse me. No, his famous score tee of whenever we blew the lead the first week of the season. Here we are, week 17. Here we go. I'm rocking it. I'm a man of my word, Bo. I ain't finna change up. I'm a man of my word. So as much as it hates me to wear this shirt, whenever neighbors come walking by in the morning with the dog, I'm gonna say, hey, you need something to pick that poop up with. I'm finna give him this shirt. John Higgins, this is happy 2023. A win is a win. And there was improvement, but now it was the Phoenix Cardinals. But like I said, I'll take a win. Look, a win is a win. Arizona Cardinals, Blau pushed us to the limit. We had to make a last second drive to win this game. Shouts out to Desmond Ritter for making that last second drive, winning the game. And I'm hoping that we have a lot more wins from him in the future. And we're actually going to talk about Des Ritter as well in this show. So yeah, we're definitely going to have a good time. Alfonso, he says, Coach, already here. You my guy, Bo. Hey, I already know, Bo. What in the world? B Tucking in here says, Tyler Algier is that dude. Yes, he is him. He's Himothy. Hit him with the Hemi. That's him. Coach Will Amos says, yeah, we need to let go of some people on this roster. That he says, and nailing this upcoming draft and free agency in this spring. Yes. Tyler Russell's in here says, what's up, Coach? What's going on, Coach Tyler? Hope you and Coach Christine are doing good. Falcons fan in here. What's going on, Bo? Much love to you. Jared J's in here. What in the world, Bo? Great win. Yes. It feels good, don't it? In the words of Tony, it feels good. Yeah. It feels good, man. I sprained my winning muscle, man. It felt funny. Coach Terry Artist 404's in here. What in the world, Bo? What's going on, man? That's my brother, Terry Artist 404. Makes the Madden content. Make sure that you check my brother out. ATLGA Faithful, another Falcons content creator, just Georgia content creators in here. Make sure that you check my brother out. Coach Tracy says, glad that you're feeling better, Coach, and congratulations. Look, Bo, I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't know if y'all seen the show last week. I went back and watched the show. I was like, I'm so glad and thankful everybody could understand what I was saying. Boy, I was feeling some kind of bad, Bo. Old dog need to go out and eat some grass or something. But I'm feeling a whole lot better now. You know, a drunk grandma's remedy had me some. You know, I can't tell you everything that's in it. You know, I'll just drop some of the main points that are in it. You got a little bit of honey, got a little bit of garlic, right? A little bit of apple cider vinegar. You know, I can't tell you everything else. I can't. If I could, I would. You know, if I told you, I had to hurt you very badly. I can't do that. I tell you, who? How about them dogs? Terry Artist 404. How about them dogs, Bo? Bearded beast. So what in the world, Bo? Finally caught a lot. Hey, man, appreciate you for coming on, my brother. Appreciate you for coming on. Little Black Falcon in here. Definitely, man. Definitely. I appreciate everybody for coming on and chilling out with us, man. So Tyler Russell, he said, so we are at best number 6 and at worst number 9, he's thinking. And once again, the question is, did this win for the Atlanta Falcons hurt or help the Atlanta Falcons? I'm not gonna tease you. I ain't finna leave you sitting on the cliff, you know, like the end of a season on a series. I'm finna tell you, like you're watching Bloodline, which is my favorite series on Netflix. Check it out whenever you get a chance. Bloodline, great series, slow burn. You might not like it. I love it. And watched it twice. Thinking about watching it the third time. Anyway, I'm sorry. So, did this win help or hurt the Atlanta Falcons? I'm finna tell you something, Bo. My homeboy ATLGA Faithful, he's hitting the nail on the head. It helped the Atlanta Falcons. You might say, hey, Coach, why do you feel like that? Well, because even though it was the Arizona Cardinals came flying in with 2 broken wings, they didn't have no pretty wings like that Maxwell song. They came in with them broken wings of love. They came in on the broken wings, Bo. And whenever they came in on them broken wings, I told Coach Roney, I said, look, we still got to play. We ain't coming in to play no games, coming in acting like we're trying, like, no, we got to play because this young team, these young Thundercats need some confidence. Desmond Ridder needs some confidence. Tyler Algier, he's been eating nails and spitting out quarters, needs some confidence. Drake London, Arnold Ebiketie, D'Angelo Malone need some confidence, right? Everybody's saying, hey, Coach, what do you think about this rookie class? This rookie class, man, they're doing their thing, aren't they? Well, I said, man, these look, they were technically drafted in the 2022 draft, but look, Bo, it's week 17. These boys ain't rookies no more, especially with the kind of playing time they've been getting. It's everybody except for Justin Schaefer. I would even venture to say D'Angelo Malone and the Desmond Ridder, who this is his 3rd game. All of these guys, you know, the Drake Londons, the Arnold Ebiketies, the Tyler Algiers, all these guys. I mean, I would even Ryan Fitzpatrick. He has been hurt a good bit, but a lot of these guys been getting a lot of snaps. And with that being said, it's like we need to continue to let these guys play as much as they can at the highest level. Don't hit no brakes, all gas, no brakes, rolling downhill with 2 bigger boys pushing you. We need to go ahead and finish this thing the right way. Forget the tanking. The only tanks I got in my house, Bo, is tank tops. That's it. That's the only tanks I got here at the country residence is tank tops. So with that being said, Coach Chase said, yeah, I'm rocking the shirt. With that being said, you know, it's one of those cases where we need to build the confidence. Let's go ahead, build confidence. How do you feel? How do you think Desmond Ritter felt going home today saying, yeah, man, I brought them boys back, led them to a last second field goal? Man, that felt good. Did it in the bins. Coach Alex Edwards, he sent me a message on Twitter, and he actually tweeted me. You can actually go look at the tweet if you follow me on Twitter at Big Low Kuntry. He sent me a tweet. He said, hey, Coach, you realize Desmond Ritter has never lost a home game in college. He's never lost a home game in the pros via preseason or now regular season. Man, that's a pretty good feat, Bo. That's a pretty good feat. So all this is doing is building his confidence. He's feeling himself a little bit. He's walking around with his chest out. You know, he's doing that that Conor McGregor walk, throwing them arms back, head up. I mean, and that's a great thing because I know that whenever we come April, a lot of people are going to be looking back and saying, well, dang, man, if we would have won that game against the Cardinals, we would have been drafting 6th instead of 8th, man. That hurt us. I understand that, but you got a young team. You're trying to build the confidence in this young team. Coach Keeline, he says, I don't think it hurt us. There won't be a huge difference between 6 and 11 and a 5 and 12 draft pick. We just got to be smart. That's it, Bo. You just got to be smart at the end of the day. So I wanted to ask the chat. I just wanted to ask the chat, overall, do you feel like this win hurt or helped the Atlanta Falcons? If you feel like this win hurt the Atlanta Falcons, put a 1 in the chat. Feel like this win helped the Atlanta Falcons, put a 2 in the chat. Crazy thing is, guys, the crazy thing is that I can't believe I'm even asking this question. Did a win help the Atlanta? I can't believe I'm asking it. Jeremy Dupree, he says, look, man, as a player, you want to get that monkey off your back. That's right. So whether you got to fall down straight on your back, rub up against the tree, get somebody to get a shovel and hit that monkey as much. I can't believe I'm saying this. Get somebody to get a shovel and hit that monkey as hard as they can. Get the monkey off your back, Bo. So it's one of those situations. Jaden Knight, he says, Coach, how do you feel about London today? I feel like London is solidifying himself as a number 1 wide receiver in this league. Coach Wallace says, and this win didn't hurt our draft spot. Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that, Bo. Ain't nothing hurting us. Brian People says, what up, Lo? What in the world, Bo? He says, I've been sick too. What I missed, man? Look, man, over here, you ain't missed nothing. We just would have been sick together. We would have been sick together, man. Coach Terry Artist 404, he's saying that Bulldogs got lucky yesterday. He said we paid the kicker. Okay, Bo. I heard. I hear you, Bo. I hear you. Oh man. Jay Knight said, don't forget about. Look, that's right. Troy Anderson. Troy Anderson's getting a lot more run, and he's continuing to run around the field and make a lot of plays. Lee Ross, he's done hit us already with that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Man, that sounds so much better than it did last week. Boy, last week I sounded like a mule that was dying. I was like, dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. That's how I sounded last week. Man, boy, that sounds so much better, man. So much better. It feels good to be able to do things you used to be able to do. Coach Padre says, Coach Lowe, as a show of respect, can we agree as a family that the GM's name is Terry F. Baby? Please say the baby. Okay. Hello. He says, I hang up and listen. Is that what we saying? Terry F. Baby, please say the baby. You know what, Coach? I think I agree with you. The 00504 got to go. Terry F. Baby, please say the baby. I like it, Coach. I like it. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh man. Terry coming there. Atlanta Falcons is an army. I'm walking with the Soldier X army. You talking to the sergeant. They calling me Terry F. Baby. Please say the baby. If you see me in the hood, I ain't trying to hide. Oh man. Appreciate that, coach. You got Coach Dre in here. Coach Dre says, heck, I would care if we did like the kitty cats did one year in the draft and go all defense and look at the kitty cats defense now, though, beloved. Hello. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Before I did this, before we started this live, I just did a mock draft. No, I'm not going to tell you who I picked because y'all know the rule. We don't talk about the draft until everything is done and over with. I know y'all want to talk. I ain't even finna give y'all no names. I know y'all want it. I can't do it, Bo. Coach Ronnie, you know what Coach Ronnie would say to me if I went back on my promise? Y'all ain't never heard old school Drew Hill song? I never break a promise that I can't keep. Yes, I can't do it, Bo. So look, look, I wish I could. If I could, I would, but I can't, so I ain't. Lee Rawls, Coach Dre, they feel like this loss doesn't. They feel like this loss don't hurt us. Falcons fan, B Tucking, they say, hey man, I want that generational player. I don't want it to be a situation where that generational player is gone before we get a chance to get him, right? And I completely understand that. I'm sorry. Hold on one second, y'all. I got my cousin coming. What's up, baby? Oh, okay. Hey, can I call you right back? I'm doing the show. Oh, ain't no problem, baby. I'll hit you right back up. All right, cool. Love you too. But yeah, it's one of those situations where I understand. You want to say, hey, I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up that number one guy and lose him to, I don't know, the team that'll be picking in front of us, the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't want to give it up. King Landon, he says it ain't gonna hurt us. Luis Castillo says, hey man, this might come back and bite us. Douglas Farrington, much love to you, Douglas. Think this is my first time seeing you on here, fam. Appreciate you. Coach Wallace, Jermaine, Will Amy, Dante Spade, Coach Charles, Falcons fan. They say, man, they said, look, man, this win is not hurting nobody. Um, Brian People says, man, I absolutely hate tanking. Yes. The only tanks I got in my house is tank tops and fish tanks. And I ain't got no fish tanks, you know, because the only fish I catch, they too big. I had to put them in an aquarium. That's how big the fish I be catching is, baby. Oh man. The third boom says this win does not hurt us. I can't believe we talk about a win hurting us. Dex Flash, JJ the Great. They said, hey man, this win does not hurt us. Chris Rogers in here, he says, this win helped the Falcons. Ritter knows what it feels like to win in the pros. And those are the things that are important because moving forward, you want to say, hey, Dez, I need you. I need you to go out here and get this win for me. I need you to get 9 wins for me next season. You don't want Desmond looking at you being like, well, I would do that for you. I just don't know what it feels like. What? No. I can't put my whole franchise and decide to move forward with this guy's my quarterback and this whole franchise, and he don't even know what it like to feel. He don't even know what it feels like to win. You know? He don't even know what it feels like to win. Have you ever seen a child, a baby, or a toddler taste a lemon for the first time? They make all kind of. They don't know what to do. They making all kind of faces. That's what it'll be like for Desmond Ritter. He finally got his first win in the pros under his belt. Was it pretty? No. It was a congeniality win. But guess what? It was a win. Once again, a win is a win. A win is a win. Coach Padre says, I give it a 2, but it was a musty win. I can respect that, Coach. Shouts out to Coach Padre, man. I was chilling out with him today, man. Shouts out to Coach Padre and Coach Ash, man. Much love to him. Much love to him. Tyler Russell, he says 1 and 2. He says it helped and it hurt us. And I understand where you're coming from. Jaden, he says Ritter, he was comfortable after that fumble. And that's something that we're definitely going to talk about. Ghost Pepper says 2, what in the world, Bo? Ritter is demonstrating more as these games go by that he may be the long-term answer for us at the starting quarterback position. Now, I'm going to tell you, because Jaden actually touched on it. I'm going to tell you something. The thing is that the kid messes up. He comes back like he didn't just mess up. That's a beautiful thing. Me, I mess up. I'm feeling bad. You know, my best friend, I used to play basketball with Coach Trey. You know, we play basketball all the time together. Man, I mess up. I'm saying, my bad, man. Turn the ball over. I'm sorry, y'all. Start getting down on myself. I can dominate. I'm Big Low Kuntry. I'm dunking flat-footed. I can dominate. But, you know, I let the dog go. I let the dog run out the house. I let the dog out of me. I'm sitting here saying, man, my bad, y'all. My bad. One day, he slapped me. He said, Coach, it's all right, man. Forget about that. You a dog. I said, okay, my bad. Like, stop apologizing. He said, stop apologizing. I said, okay. Continue to dominate. Excuse me. But definitely, man, and that's one thing that I'm loving about Desmond Ritter. Falcons fan says, how do you feel about Arthur Smith? Look, it's like one thing, if Arthur Smith's going to stick around, he's going to have to relinquish his play calling duties because it ain't looking too hot, Bo. Desmond Ritter threw the ball downfield one time this week. One time. So, I mean, it's, yeah. It ain't looking too hot. Coach JT's in here. Much love to you, family. Blessings from the know you. Look, JT, I got the shirt on, JT. I got the shirt on. I'm a man of my word. Much love to you, my family. Much love to you. Definitely, man. Definitely. Big Q's in here. Big Q's in here said, what in the world about what? All right, Big Q. Okay. And I know if Big Q's watching, he's saying, but look, Lo, nah, it's not bad. It shows y'all winning on there, Lo. It's the fourth quarter, y'all win. Okay, we all know how the story ended, Q. We all know how. I'm a man of my word. Oh, man. Me and B Tucker. Oh, and Big Q, I don't know if you're watching this. You know, we officially changed. We officially changed Terry Fontenot's name from 00504 to Terry F. Baby. You know, please say the baby. So, you know, I actually met him. You know, we sit down, we chopped it up. You know, I like, hey, Terry F. Baby, come on, baby. Like, what in the world, Bo? You know, I need something from you, Bo. It took a while for you to gain my trust. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, no lie. I was standing there because you know I was right by the field. You know, I was standing there. He walked by like, "What it is, Terry?" Terry walked up to me, gave me the Soul Brother joint. He was like, "Man, wasn't that a crazy game last night?" That's how he started the conversation off. I was like, "Okay." He's talking to me like he knew me. I like, Terry, you been watching my show? Matter of fact, Coach Padre was there. He just walked up. What's up? What did man? What, that a crazy game last night, Bo? I was like, I could have swore I heard him say Bo. Could have swore I heard him say Bo. Oh man, y'all are crazy, boy. Y'all are crazy. Coach Keylines, he says, Coach Low Schefter taking the breaking news calls mid-show. But what player position will make you lose it if we drafted it? Like, we can't take drafting one more receiver high in the draft. Boy. I, first of all, Bo, I got since that's that $10, I got to give you that. That's that. Dun 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 dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh my goodness! But I'm gonna tell you something. If we draft another receiver or tight end in the first round, me and Terry F. Baby finna go at it. It's going down like there's a whale in the boat. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I sized Terry up. Terry looking like he kind of fit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Terry looking like he go to the gym twice a day. That's cool because I'm country strong. Me and Terry gonna have to go at it. If he draft another wide receiver in the first round, doing the whole BPA best player available thing, it's gonna be me and Terry. I'm sorry. You know, it's gonna be it go on site. On site. It's gonna be me and Terry. I'm sorry, bro. Oh man. Um Coach Tyler, he says, how was that Maybach? Man, that Maybach Terrace was legit. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Coach. The thing is that they had all of the food in there. So they had the cold food first, then they served the hot food. You know, we had the bartender joint. You know, I was just drinking beer and sodas. I got one old fashioned, but um, we could still go out and get all of the free food in the club level. So, you know, we, well, we were throwing down. We were throwing down. Um, okay, Padre said, yeah, I can confirm that story, y'all. Yes, I'm telling Terry just ran up. Monty Cushion says, I'm a big advocate for defense across the board in the draft. I know uh, we were without Kyle Pitts, yet anybody put APB out on Zacchaeus. He is our number two. Monty Cushion and dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. I'm gonna tell you something, Bo. Yes, he is our number two, but I can't even put it on Zacchaeus. I think it's just the past concepts. We're not running things. We're not running things to get people open. You know, it's one of those situations where we have to be more proactive about having concepts of getting people open. If we put the same energy in, and I can't believe I'm saying this in Atlanta, you know, after how this offense has looked for the last 15 years, besides, you know, 2016, 2017. If we put as much effort into our passing game as we did into our running game, this team would be unstoppable. It would be unstoppable. But, you know, it's one of those things where moving forward, we just got to kind of figure things out, man. We got to figure things out. In the words of Lil Wayne, let it all work out. JJ the Great says, Coach said, you going to be wrestling Terry like Marcus Mariota and Arthur Smith be wrestling? Where the world? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. Y'all off the chain. Y'all off the chain. No. I ain't going to be wrestling Terry like that. Oh man, happy 2023, JGP. Much love to you, my brother. Much love to you. Yes, the braised beef short ribs were tender as oxtails. Definitely. But yeah, I think that moving forward, we have to make sure that we draft defense. So I want to ask y'all, because okay, I said I'm not going to talk about draft, but I just got to throw this out here. The whole Jalen Carter talk. Let's let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The whole Jalen Carter talk. You know, Georgia Bulldogs dominant defense for, you know, It's been years now. They've been dominant for years. And a lot of people been talking about getting Jalen Carter. I want to ask y'all, do y'all feel like that's the move to make? If you feel like you do want to take Jalen Carter, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like Jalen Carter, he's a great player, but you would go in another direction, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know. I just want to know. Bergod says, I think we keep Ritter as QB1, fix all of our problems via free agency, and then draft the best defensive player on the board. If we draft the offensive skill player in the first round, we're going to lose. Yes. 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 1,000 times. Yes. 1,000 times. Yes. But look, Coach, I appreciate that. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chair. The crazy thing is, guys, is that our defense has not looked that bad over the last few weeks. The defense hasn't looked that bad. You look at the scores that we've allowed. Think about it. I'm looking at the schedule right now. So the Atlanta Falcons, this week, we allowed 19 points. Last week, 17 points. Week before that, 21 points. The 2 weeks before that, we allowed 19 points. It's not like it's one of those situations where we just getting the barn doors blown off on us, Bo. You know what I'm saying? It's like we ain't getting just. It's not a track meet. It's not a track meet. So with that being said, the defense is important, right? And I know I was saying last year we need to draft defense, and I still agree with that. Now let me see here. I'm getting all the votes in. I just wanna see what's going on with these votes here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. Look like Coach Ghost Pepper says something. Ghost Pepper says, Keon, I agree. However, we don't have a legitimate number 2 wide receiver. Let's keep it real. Outside of London, the rest of the wide receivers are probably going back to bagging groceries at all this all season. Man, that's rough. Right beside Kurt Warner. That's rough. Oh man, how about them dogs? Tremel thinks, he said, that's Smitty. Now look, Smitty, that's my big brother. And I see what he's saying about Jalen Carter. Because Jalen Carter, look, man, he's literally holding quarterbacks up like a baby. The same way your daddy used to take you out the car whenever you fell asleep on the ride home back from somewhere. He held that quarterback up like a baby and put the 1 up in the air. He did that to a grown man. So it's not, look, I definitely think Jalen Carter is legit. So Coach Dre Murphy, Falcons fan, Franchise 86, they said Grady needs some help. Yes, Jalen Carter is that move. Zoo Evolve, he says, yes, Jalen Carter. Jared J says, but think about this, Jalen Carter was MIA against that Ohio State offensive line. One thing I was looking at on that during that game yesterday, I was like, how much of a difference is Jalen Carter going to be making against one of these Midwest offensive lines in these Big Ten offensive lines like they have in Ohio State, Iowa. These boys that are legitimately legit. Michigan, Jalen Carter, he made some impactful plays, but it's one of those situations where he wasn't dominating like he was against LSU. Let's be honest. So, that's something we got to keep in mind. Bearded Beast, Boomer the Falcon, they said too. They said, hey, you might want to look somewhere different. Dante Spade said yes. 1,000 times yes for Jalen Carter. The Flow says him and Jared will look good together. Dustin Alberts, he said you might want to look somewhere different. JJ the Great says 1, but he won't be there when we pick. And that's a good point as well, Coach. Tyler Russell says Grady needs as much help as he can get. Now, the reason why I asked this question, guys, is for because I just want to talk about. I just want to have a quick conversation about scheme fit, right? If you do get Jalen Carter, is he big enough to play that nose tackle position? That's the question. Is he big enough to play the nose tackle position? Will he be able to consistently take on double teams? I feel like he would need to put on about 25, 30 more pounds, be up around the 320s, 330s. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think he's like 300 even right now. We all know that those numbers often get inflated. And will he have the motor to consistently take on those double teams all throughout the game to be able to take on double and triple teams? That's the question. Is Jalen Carter a three tech defensive tackle? Well, a three tech nose tackle, or is Jalen Carter a four tech defensive tackle? That's the question. That's what we got to remember whenever we're drafting for this team. Like, yes, is he a bad man? Heck yeah. But will he fit this scheme? That's what you got to remember. That's what we got to look at. Coach Padre says, Coach, the way Arthur Smith played the last possession of the game didn't sit right with my spirit. I need a killer as a head coach. I ain't gonna lie to you. You heard the Benz, they were in there booing. They were in there booing. They were in there booing. So look, my homeboy from One Time for the Fan, old Jack Spade, he was saying the same thing. He was saying the same thing. But it's one of those situations. But Coach Padre, that's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Jeremy Dupree says, look, Jalen Carter, this is Jalen Carter. He said he looked kind of gassed last night. What's going on, Coach Bridget? Much love to you. Appreciate you for coming on, chilling out with us. Tyler, he says, Coach Project, could you see the whole game from the terrace? I mean, it's like the players were standing in front of us, but a lot of times we were looking up at the Halo board, and a lot of times, we were eating and drinking, and we weren't looking at all. Oh man. Chuck Mike says Grady going off, woke up his madman side. Grady finna go crazy. Crazy Patrick Swayze on him. Oh man. So Coach Will Amy, he's saying pass rusher first round. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. Coach Wallace, he said, well, look, I like Jalen Carter, but we're drafting him with our sixth pick as best player available. And I understand, but the question is, are your coaches good enough to do the whole best player available situation? That's the question. Are you going to have, if Dean Pease, if he stays, is he going to be good enough to work with a best player available situation to coach guys up for that four tech and that three tech? If you have a guy like Jalen Carter, you want him on the field as much as possible, right? So if he does play three tech, do you move him to the defensive end like Grady and have them playing those gaps, those 3 through 5 gaps, whether they're on the outside shoulder of that guard or the outside shoulder of that tackle? You let that outside linebacker attack the edges, attacking that tight end's outside hip, or even attacking that left tackle's outside hip. Basically, at the end of the day, we just want things where you can free up those outside rushers, free up Arnold Ebiketie, because he's been close so many times this season. He's hurried guys, but we want him in those one-on-one situations and, possibly win the battle himself. We'll be able to get skinny, shoot gaps, and get back to the quarterback himself, so he can hold him up in the air and put the one up in the air. That's the question. That's the question. D-Flow, he says, put Grady back at nose. I mean, I can see it, but Grady, he's a prototypical he's a prototypical four. He's a prototypical even defensive tackle, even man front defensive tackle, where you have your 4 defensive linemen. So I mean, that's that's one of those things. Coach Christie said, "Can you please hit that thumbs up, that like button for this live?" Look, if you're excited that the Atlanta Falcons got a win today, thank you so much, Coach Christie. I definitely appreciate that. If you're excited that the Atlanta Falcons got this win today, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Definitely, definitely. JJ says, Big Low Kuntry. The stadium wasn't full, but it sounded like the crowd was making a lot of noise from watching on TV. Yeah, the crowd, it was pretty hype. It was pretty hype. A lot of it was Grandma Country. I'm gonna be honest with you. Grandma Country was there. She was representing. I just said, oh, calm down. She got a picture with Lorenzo Carter. My cousin, she trying to date Lorenzo Carter. She think they in a relationship just because they took a picture together. Grandma Country, she thinks she best friends with Freddie Falcon now. It was crazy. But yeah. They wasn't that packed in the stadium today, but the crowd was still live, and you gotta like that. I'm actually surprised that the turnout was as good as it was, given the circumstances. A lot of the star players for the Arizona Cardinals weren't playing, and we're out of playoff contention. So, but you gotta love how this city comes and represents for their team, man. Jeremy the Priest has signed Deron Payne and draft Murphy from Clemson. Man, like I said, I can't talk about the draft. I can't talk about the draft, Jerry. See, you tried to get me there. Brian People says, I like a pass rusher in the first round, but I wouldn't be surprised if we draft a cornerback in the first, because that number 2 cornerback is, whew, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we draft the cornerback in the first either. AJ Terrell needs a running partner. The defense looked a whole lot better when Casey Hayward was out there at that number 2 cornerback spot. I really hate that he went down that season-ending injury, not just for what he could do for the Atlanta Falcons team, but, also because he was a veteran in this league, and, you want to see him go out as healthy as possible. And hopefully he'll be able to come back and, produce for us next year. If not, I wish him the best moving forward. Now, I do want to ask y'all, did anybody see what I seen with Isaiah Oliver playing the safety position? Did anybody see Isaiah Oliver playing the safety position? Y'all remember who told you about 2 years ago? Y'all remember who told you? Of course, somebody tried to take the take, but y'all remember who told you that Isaiah Oliver will be a heck of a safety? And boy, that young man was out there flying around like his hair was on fire. That boy was out there flying around like his hair was on fire. I'm finna tell you something, Bo. That looked like that might be your safety of the future right there. That could be your guy. JJ said he saw he was flying around making some really, really good plays. I feel like we kind of done him a disservice playing him at cornerback this whole time, because I said 2 years ago, Isaiah Oliver is a safety. Don't put that boy on the outside. It's a disservice to him. He's not fast enough, but he's big. He has good size, very instinctive, and he could tackle. Put that boy at safety to see what he could do. Coach Bridget says, Coach, did you tell Terry who you need to draft when you took your picture with him? I hope you told him to get defensive players. Even better than that, Coach Bridget, I told him he needs to draft a defensive player, and I said he needs to talk to you as far as being the new defensive coordinator. I said you need to draft whoever Coach Bridget say you need to draft. So I put a word in there for you, Coach Bridget. I made my referral. Hopefully, I get my referral fee whenever you get hired. So look, I led the horse to water. Now we just gotta hope he could drink. Oh man. Oh yeah, yeah. Oliver, he made himself a day today. He made himself a day. Definitely, definitely. Um, ATLGF Faithful said exactly. He ain't got the speed for cornerback, but safety, yes. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Whenever he was playing nickel, it's like he did well because he knew how to work in space. But look, the fact of the matter is that he's a better safety. Like, yes, he did okay. He did okay in the nickel, and whenever he went down last year, the defense suffered from it. But that boy he's looking like he's straight safety. He's looking like he's straight safety. And you can really set a tone because I know everybody's seen the hit that AJ Terrell put on, buddy. No, everybody's seen that hit. I seen it out the corner of my eye, but I heard it more than I seen it. But I tell you, if you get Isaiah Oliver out there cracking heads like that, AJ ready to hit somebody. AJ crazy. You have a chance to have a very intimidating defensive backfield. I'm just saying. You got Richie Grant. He's making plays on special teams. He's made plays throughout the year. I think the biggest issue with Richie Grant is he just needs a pass rush. You putting the guy back there a lot of times. You know, I feel like he should play the deep third all the time. Sometimes they have him creeping up. They have him being a creeper, but he's a guy that needs a pass rush. He's not a guy that needs to be covering people for 2-3 seconds. Give him a pass rush where quarterbacks have to make split-second decisions as soon as possible, and you'll see a completely different Richie Grant. I don't know if y'all remember what I said before the season that this defense is going to, if you want to see how this defense is going to do, watch the safeties. The safeties, they ain't been killing it, but they ain't been French toast either. They ain't been soft and sweet either. So it's like, it's one of those situations where they just kind of, that's how defense has just been kind of, So, I mean, let's see if we can get these guys some help up front, and then moving forward, we'll see what we got going on. But yeah, Isaiah Oliver, I need him playing that safety spot. So if you think about it, if you move Isaiah Oliver to safety, you got to fill two positions at the cornerback spot because you got to fill that other side. Then you got to fill that nickel position. And I mean, let's be honest, it's like with the guys that we've seen so far, the backups that we've seen so far, it's like are they really impressing us? The Darren Halls, nephew of Aaron Hall, and all of these other guys, like, have they really done it for us? So whoever said that we might draft a cornerback pretty high, you might have something. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Me, myself, I was going to spill the beans about what I was going to do for the draft, but I held it in check. So y'all trying to get it out of me. Not for everybody. Says Big Low, do you think the defensive scheme is working, or is it the players? I think it's a little bit of both, Coach. I think that Dean Pease is basically saying, "Hey, I'm trying to do the best with what I got," and I'm not a big believer of that. Whenever you can't succeed because of your circumstances, and you look around and be like, look, this is what I got to work. I'm not a big believer of that, but I mean, you just look at the deep at the nose tackles, even Grady Jarrett, who's the quintessential professional. He's like, man, it's the same thing, different year. I need more. I need something has to be done to help me get to the next level, because Grady Jarrett, he's turning 30, how long have we been the team with the least amount of sacks? Over the last 3 years, I don't think. Well, I'm sorry, over the last 2 years, I don't think we cracked 40 sacks. So it's we just got to get it done, Bo. We just got to get it done. Jeremy says the cushion that we give wide receivers drives me crazy. That's that bend but don't break defense, coach. You know that you're not. There's a good possibility you might not get home, so you just want to keep everything in front of you. You just want to keep everything in front of you. Let's see here. Murgod says Richie Grant and Hawkins are just too light in the pants for me. they need to eat a few this offseason. Jalen Hawkins, he's a pretty big boy, though, ain't he? He's a pretty big boy. I don't know. But to answer your question, not for everybody, I definitely feel like they need to, they got to draft some talent. They got to draft and free agency. You got to revamp this defense. And I mean, there's just so many holes. So many holes need to be filled. So yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. Coach Bridges said we need those Samoans and Africans on the defensive line. You need some of them big old boys. Brian People says Joey Porter Jr. is legit. Yes, he is. There are a lot of legit guys out there, man. Emmanuel Brown said the defense don't work. You said UGA about to learn that yesterday. Look, man, I do need y'all to make sure that you hit that like button for me. Make sure that you hit that like button for me. I promise you hit that like button. I'll dance at your wedding one day. I'll dance at your wedding one day if you hit that like button for me. So Derek, he came in here. Derek says, how do y'all feel like Ritter played? How did Ritter play to me? So look, I'm going to give you I'm from scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to tell you how I felt Ritter played, but I also want everybody in the chat to let me know how did Ritter play on a scale of 1 to 10. This is his third game starting. We really ain't had a chance to talk about the offense too much, because we were talking about whether or not this win hurt or helped the Atlanta Falcons. We actually had a little bit of draft talk. Y'all pulled it out of me. I was trying not to do it, but you pulled it out of me. But on a scale of 1 to 10, everybody in the chat, y'all let me know, how do you feel like Ritter performed in this third game in the NFL, his first home game? Wow, we actually had a chance to witness history. I went to Desmond Ritter's first home game. I hope we get a chance to go to a lot more. So, it's one of those situations. So let me see what everybody's thinking. So I said from a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel like Desmond Ritter performed? Coach Rich, he says UGA's defense was looking like the Atlanta Falcons defense last night. I was going crazy. Like, what in the world? Coach Rich said, what in the world, Bo? That ain't what she said, but that's the PG version. ATLGA Faithful, he says 7. He says he'll give Desmond Ritter 7. Jared J says 8. Chester Hot Fry says Ritter gets a 8 from me. B Tuckin says I give him a solid 8. Okay. Dex says he give him a 6. Key Will, what's going on, Key Will? He says he give him a 5. I'm a person says Ritter, he has some good plays, so I'll say an 8. Not for everybody says I give him a 7. Okay. Zoo Evolve says 7.6. Atlanta Falcons fan says 7. Billy Simmons says, please explain how winning helped us. Okay, I will definitely explain after I look at some more of these votes here. Brian People says Ritter played like what Mariota's supposed to play. He give him an 8. Tank Head Mo says Ritter is 9. Okay, so that's his jersey number, and that's his grade he's giving them. Monty Cushing 8.5. When I say jersey number, I mean in college. I don't know if y'all know Cincinnati, he wore number 9. He's wearing number 4. Hopefully he don't act like Buckhead Brett, but he's wearing number 4 now. Derek says 8. Coach Dre, he says he give him a 9. Coach Dre done got naked for Desmond Ritter. Anthony Wright says he gives him an 8. Coach Christie says improvement every game. You can't beat it. JJ says I give him an 8 given the circumstances. Okay. Bearded B says 6.5, improving rapidly. I love this kid. Definitely. Bridget says she give him a 10. He come through in the clutch, not worried about his stats. He's looking good. So I'm finna go ahead and tell you, I'm finna give Desmond Ritter, I'm finna give him a 7. I'm finna give him a 7. He's making plays. My biggest thing about Desmond Ritter, he doesn't get phased. It's like I was worried because he's a smaller kid. He's 207 pounds with 2 bricks and 4 rows of nickels in his pockets, but he's not worried about getting hit. He crossed the pocket extremely well, and sometimes he got away, sometimes he didn't, but he's not letting that pass rush affect him, and you got to love that. Murgod says 8. Ghost Pepper says 7.9. Chris says 7.5. May seem hard, but he improves each time. Yes. Cliff from Facebook says a 7. Big pass at the end. Yes. Huge pass. Very clutch. Raymond Elder's in here. What in the world, Bo? How's it going? Falcons and Dogs. Go Dogs. Rise up. You already know. But yeah. I mean, so yeah, I give him a 7. Coach Podger said he'd give him a 6. I give him a 7. Manuel Brown said he'd give him a 7 as well. Because I mean, he didn't throw us out of the game, you know. And you know what? I got to bump it up. I give him an 8 because number one, that whenever he did take the shot, that was a heck of a throw. Demir Bird just didn't do his side. He didn't get the job done on his side. I give him an 8. Because whenever he did actually stretch the field, Demir Bird just didn't finish. So I think I'm gonna give him an 8. He made some good throws. The pass blocking, we know the pass blocking is, that it needs some improvement. It's not as good as the run block side, but yes, I give him an 8. Jaden says, Coach, tell Terry we need Carter in the ATL with Lorenzo, the Carter brothers. This is the Carter. Tay don't care said he give him a 7. Okay. So Oblivion Empire, and I think he's answering, I forgot who it was, question. He says, winning helped us with our players' mentality and pride. If you want to build a winning mentality in this town and in this city for this team, you're not going to lose on purpose. Right? You're not going to lose on purpose. If anything, you fail one draft spot. I'm fine with that. How often do we see that the guy that was drafted 6 ended up not doing anything, but the guy that was drafted 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th went on to the Hall of Fame, i.e. Takk McKinley. Takk McKinley was drafted ahead of TJ Watt. We seen how that worked out. So you don't know what other teams are going to do in the draft. All I can say is that winning helped us win this game. Winning helped this team this week. Winning helped this team, and we're trying to finish the season off on the right foot. Winning helped. Losing, that wasn't going to help any, or losing on purpose. If this team came out and continued to try to fight, I could work with that. But yes, get these young guys some confidence. Let these guys see what it feels like to win in the NFL, win at the end of the season. So whenever we come back in 2023 and hopefully we're in a better situation and we have a little bit more talent on the team, we can take things to the next level. That's the goal. Coach Bridges says he's playing better than most rookie quarterbacks to me, and he makes the play when needed. He escapes sometimes when you think he will be sacked. Yes. I looked at Coach Padre during the game because there was one time I thought he was done. I thought he was dead in the water. He got out of there, and then next thing you know, it was one of those situations where like, oh, wait a minute, he's out. He's scrambling up the field. He's steady looking downfield. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to make the throw. I was like, that's what we needed. Because I looked at Coach Padre, I says, Matt Ryan, you know what he would have did in that situation? Fetal position on the ground. That would have been Matt Ryan. Fetal position. I can't get out of here. He made the play. He made the play. Yeah, he bounced back after the fumble. He bounced back. He bounced back like an old Juvenile song. I'm about to bounce back. Bounce to bounce. I don't know nothing about that. Y'all young Thundercats don't know nothing about that. Tony Wright, what's popping, Bo? Man, I hope my homeboy Tony Wright, I hope you didn't get in trouble, with your significant other at the party and with Julio Jones in the club last night. Tony Wright, he ain't gonna tell y'all, but he partied with Julio Jones all the time. He's in the in crowd. So shouts out to Tony Wright. He says, for any of our Falcons fans that are whining because we won, you need to stop it. Just as I stated last season and all this season, losing is unacceptable and should never be celebrated or encouraged. Yes, 1,000 times yes, Coach Tony Wright. Redrick's in here. What in the world, Bo? What's going on with your fam? Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. Not everybody said, come on, Big Low. Not everybody said, come on, Big Low. Bearded B says, Coach Smith don't give Ritter enough opportunities in the red zone. That's why he still don't have a passing touchdown yet. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. My hope and wish is that he's just trying to bring the young man along slowly, and he understands that we have a top 5, top 3 rushing game. So it's like, should we really make this young Thundercat squeeze these balls in here, or should we just do what's working for us? And we don't want to kill his confidence, throwing picks in the red zone, throwing picks in the red area, And as the off season comes, hopefully Coach Smith goes into the lab and he improves as well, improves his, in the passing game, and try to get some of these receivers open, and have add a little bit more creativity, to the playbook as far as the passing game goes. Rashad, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? Hope you're doing good tonight, my family. Hope you're doing good tonight. Hope you're doing good. Slime Doula says, Ritter got 19 for 26 with 168 and 9 yards rushing. That's not an 8-game play. That's a 6 at best. He played it safe and was more comfortable in the pocket. He didn't play badly, but it was decent at best. And I understand that, Coach, but you know what? That's your opinion. So I mean, I feel like given the circumstances, given that Drake London is kind of the only receiver he has, Olamide Zaccheaus, I mean, we love Olamide because he's been here for a while, but we know that Olamide isn't a number 2 receiver. So with that being said, it's like, I feel like if he had more weapons and he had a better pass block, I could be a little bit more critical. But, you try to make a cake without baking soda, Bo. You see how it come out. Jared J says, hey, Coach, do you think getting Ritter another wide receiver as a weapon in the draft should be something to consider? Years ago, we had the best wide receiver in core. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman check. Well, I was actually thinking about that, Coach, because like I said, I did a mock draft a little bit before I came on the show, right? And I think you should get your wide receiver in free agency. Think about it. The last 2 drafts, you drafted young pass catchers. Go ahead and get you a wide receiver in free agency. A veteran that can help teach some of these young Thundercats something, and also be productive himself. Because think about it, do you really want 3 young pass catchers? I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not saying that they're not mature for all of them to be young and take this offense to the next level. But I mean, you got to learn from somebody, right? So if it was me, I would take a veteran guy. Go ahead and get somebody paid, bring them in here, and just kind of take it from there. Tony Wright says, Low, in last Monday night's game, I saw the funniest thing at the end of the game. Several Colts fans broke out the paper bags over their heads, and one of them had on a Matt Ryan's Colts jersey. Man, that's rough, boy. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Oh, man. Coach Bridges says, what? Now somebody's complaining about not letting him throw a touchdown? Before folks was talking, we need to run in the red zone. Which one is it? Which one do you want? Nate J said, I was at work. How was the game today, Coach? Man, the game was great, Coach. We had a good time. We got a win. It's one of those situations where, this win hopefully is helping, take this team to the next level, and they get a chance to build some confidence. Coach Willie Doc's in here with the Superman chat. He says, hey, Coach, wanted to wish you and Coach Roney a happy and blessed new year. Thanks for the content in 2022 and looking forward to the shenanigans for 2023. Thanks for what you do and the great content. And don't bring Tannehill here. Well, Coach, that's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Don't bring Tannehill here, Coach. I hear you. But thank you so much, Coach Willie Doc. I actually had a chance to meet Coach Willie Doc. Great guy, man. Thank you so much. And look, I don't know if I had a chance to address 2022 with y'all. 2022, we did a lot of great things. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being involved in the channel, especially in the chat. Everybody tells me we have the best chat on YouTube. I completely and utterly agree with them. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. 2023 gonna be crazy. Now, y'all know I ain't finna. I can't spill the beans to you, baby. But look, 2023 gonna be crazy. We're gonna do some. We're gonna do some things. Rashad says my target free agent wide receiver is Alan Lazard from Green Bay, 6'5", 230, with a crazy catch radius, and he's tough as nails. I ain't gonna lie to you. I likes it and I wants it, Coach. Likes it and I wants it, Coach. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh man. ATLJ Faithful said, but Aiden Lazard kind of slow. I mean, yeah, he is, but we've seen a lot of slow wide receivers. Who caught for a lot of yards and made a lot of touchdowns in this league. So I mean, I understand it's like in this, especially in this offense, like do you really need a fast guy? Do you really need somebody who pick them up and put them down with the best of them? I mean, so it's just one of those things. Jay Knight says, Coach, you notice when Coach Smith, when we win, Coach Smith never smiles. He's about a business. Yeah, man. Coach Smith, he's a tough guy. He's tough as nails. He's a big boy too. Had a chance to see him up close. I was like, man, I don't know if I'd be able to take over Arthur, boy. Arthur pretty big. Old Terry, he already kind of scared me. Old Terry F baby. Well, Arthur, he looked like he had this year pork chops in his lifetime. B Tucker says, T-shirts, Big Low. Hey, look, Coach, I can't say because Coach Roney, she get on to me. I can't say. But like I said, 2023 is gonna be some big things. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. To Marcy Jackson, Jalen Hyatt. We gonna see, bro. We gonna see. What the doc says, hey Coach, what was it like rapping with Fontenot? Man, I'm gonna tell you, I seen Terry Fontenot. I said, what is I said, what's up, Terry? He was walking by. And like he ain't like come up and say, "Hey man, how you doing?" He didn't come up and say, "Hey man, how you doing?" He came up and said, "What's going on, man?" Gave me the soul brother. The soul brother said, he hit the, I was like, "Okay, then Terry, all right." But he was like, "Man, wasn't that a crazy game last night, man? We sit and talk." Like he already knew me. Terry cool, man. Terry cool people. I ain't got nothing but love for Terry. Because sometimes, people in situations, in positions of authority, they don't want to talk to you and things like that. Man, Terry, he sit there and talk to me, flirted with my grandma. I was like, hey, Terry, calm down. I said, "Hey, Terry, this is my grandma." He looked at me and said, "You ain't nobody grandma." I said, "Oh, all right, Terry." But yeah, man, yeah, Terry, he's cool people. He's cool people, man. Definitely cool people. I tell you what, it's one of those situations where if I see him again, you know, I wouldn't feel any anxiety about trying to talk to him again. So, it's one of those things. Coach Tony Wright says, "You flew back this morning and now live stream now. Lo, you're the man." You're a jet setter. I hear you, Tony Wright. I hear you, Tony Wright. You a fool, boy. You a fool. Talk about Lo, you have a lots of energy. You did a show with Smitty Sports Machine Friday night, and you flew first class to Tampa Saturday morning, party with Julio at his beachfront property last. Okay, all right, okay, Tony Wright. I hear you, boy. Oh man. Well, look, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I just wanted to come on and chop it up with y'all. I hope everybody is enjoying their 2023. Like I said, 2023, we're gonna have some really, really big things. Really, really big things coming from the channel. You're gonna have some different things coming from the channel. Um, y'all know me. I'm I'm not like I'm not like the other Falcons content creators. So, I always kind of do things a little bit of a different way. Everybody zig, I zag. Y'all know both. But look, thank y'all so much for coming on and chopping it up with us. Once again, like I said, y'all are the most important part of this channel. This channel wouldn't be what it is without y'all. So I definitely appreciate y'all for coming on and chilling out with us. Please have a healthy, safe, and productive first week of 2023. Have a healthy, safe, productive 2023. Don't do anything that I would do. Y'all, please stay safe. Y'all already know what it is, man. We're going into the last week of the season next week. But even though it's gonna be bittersweet, we're gonna have a good time with it. And, we're gonna be getting ready for this all of this draft talk. We're gonna be talking football, talking draft talk, all going on up until April. So we're gonna have a good time, man. But look, y'all stay safe. Y'all already know, man. We ready.